Chelsea news. Hey, what's going on, people? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host Jan. I hope you're all doing well. Are you doing well, my friends? Because I really do hope that. Welcome back to Chelsea News, the daily series, basically nearly, here on Football Therapy, where I go across football, news, media, see what is being said about the Blues, consolidate it into one manageable package for you there, giving you my opinion, but of course, more importantly, asking for yours. Two stories I want to talk about today, and after that I do want to move on to something else where I talk about 3 important players that Chelsea could use to claw out of this dismal situation. It's going to be a banger today, friends, so get comfortable, subscribe if you're new, drop a like if you want to show your love and sweet support to your friend Jan. As I tell you, this video is brought to you by OneFootball. If you are like me, a complete football freak, addicted to the beautiful game, you can nurture said addiction with the OneFootball app, a totally free experience on your phone or indeed on your computer, plugging you into your favourite team, getting updates regarding every single detail of said team, alerts, transfer news, statistics, lineups, fixtures, absolutely everything. You can be the first to know on your phone, and you can achieve that by clicking the link down in the description. So go check out OneFootball now as we move on into today's video. Sweet, so we have to start with the first story being Fikayo Tomori has completed his move to Milan. That's right, AC Milan. People have picked up on me saying Milan, that's how you say it. In the Serie A teams, you call Internazionale, Inter Milan, you call them Inter, and you call AC Milan, 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 Inter. That's the pronunciation. James Horncastle says it like that. Don't have a go at me. Anyway, Fikayo Tomori has completed his move there. Interesting, a 6 months loan, I believe, with a option to buy the young English centre-half at about £26 million, which, off the bat, for Chelsea Football Club is quite an alluring deal. Yes, they rate Fikayo Tomori very highly, as do a lot of Chelsea fans, but £26 million for an academy product is actually amazing business. If he goes on to be a world beater and wins everything, it will be frustrating, but in a time where Chelsea need to make money and get some people out the door, it's kind of like soothes the pain of potentially losing Tomori. But the important thing to note here is a few things first. First off, it's an amazing opportunity for the young defender. And let's be real, considering he was like 5th choice centre-half, to go to Milan, amazing club, huge illustrious history, go and probably win a Scudetto with them, play in Italy, like amazing scenes, absolutely incredible. For him he must feel so valued to have these admirers. He's got loads in Liga. The sporting director, I always forget his ruddy name, at Milan really wanted him. He must feel so happy that he's valued out there, and he's going to go in, and provided he plays some minutes and wins the Scudetto, amazing loan, amazing experience. But really, in terms of will he get transferred permanently, it's going to come down to the player. So they have an option to buy him for like £26 million, and if they say to him, Fick, we want to sign you, bro, this has been awesome, like, you know, if they've won the league, it's going to be very difficult for Fick to say no, because it's going to come down to Tomori in terms of deciding whether he transfers there permanently or not, because he'll be like, look, I've proven myself, I've played some first team football very well, out here in Serie A, won the title. Now Lampard, or whoever's managing Chelsea at the time, because let's be real, it might not be Frank Lampard, come get me, bring me back to start for Chelsea Football Club, my boyhood club, the club I went to the academy in, you know, that I want to succeed in, that's got an amazing squad of all these new players. He might want that, but at the same time he might be going, no dude, I'm out in Italy, it's wicked, I'm, you know, having the time of my life, winning titles, and it's a new experience for me, and my life is enriched from this. You know, the dude might be like, I ain't coming back. Thank you, Chelsea, for everything. And, you know, I've got my affiliations and love for you. But that's it for me, dude. I'm done. And you couldn't blame him. And ultimately, that would suck because a lot of Chelsea fans think he's got a lot of potential moving forwards. But you get £26 million for an academy player that wasn't, you know, top of the list in talents in terms of, you know, your Callum Hudson-Odois and your Reece Jameses, maybe. You think, alright then, it sucks, take the hit, that's life, that's what all the people say. Playing for Chelsea in April, Milan in May. Yeah? Alright then. Anyway, that's the case, that's the situation. So leave your thoughts, feelings, and opinions on the Tomori to AC Milan story down in the comment section below. I'd love to see it. As we move on to the next story in today's video. And that is Declan Rice. Yes, more Declan Rice stories. Apparently Liverpool are interested and the price has significantly reduced, if you are to believe what all the publications are saying. So, first and foremost, apparently a rumoured figure, I can't, confirm or deny this, is £50 million. Now, that would seem mental for West Ham, who are flying high in the league, and he's their talisman captain. Surely, if they wanted 80 million before, after things were going so well, you think they'd crank that up. But who knows, maybe there's some circumstances behind the scenes, some reality checks, him wanting to go, that they've probably thought, alright, whatever, 50 million. We'll get a new CDM in from Europe that's really highly rated for 30 million. Sell him for 50 million. He helped us get here. He wants to go. Maybe it could happen. Again, I'm not confirming this figure. I'm just regurgitating what's being said in the news. So that's interesting. And if you look at all Liverpool Scouse-based publications at the moment, whether independent, fan-made, or just Liverpoolian newspapers, they're all linking Declan Rice to Liverpool for the reduced fee of £50 million. Now, he's a great player. He's, everyone talks about him in punditry. The ex-players, they're all looking at Declan Rice going, wow, man, look at what this kid's doing. He's great. He's perfect for the Premier League at the moment. He's got a good long ball on him, he's defensively very smart, and he's got leadership qualities, which, let's be real, are at a premium in the Premier League at the moment. Just look at our Chelsea side. No leadership. And to be honest, mate, he'd probably fit right in at Liverpool if you look at how they play, and they're really functional, industrious midfield. He could be the long-term successor to Jordan Henderson, but probably with more natural talent. No disrespect to Jordan Henderson, a massive player for Liverpool. A lot of people would say maybe their most important player if you look at him in and out of the team, but he's not the most naturally gifted. He just keeps everything together and tells everyone what to do and makes it work. And Declan Rice could also do that job, but he's got some excellent natural talents to go with it. So you can understand why Liverpool want him. Liverpool, Man United, Chelsea, apparently all in the race to secure the signature of Declan Rice. But if he had the choice to go wherever he wants, you'd think, yes, it would probably be Chelsea Football Club. So anyway, feel free to leave your opinions on Declan Rice down in the comment section below as we move on to the next part of this video, where I want to talk about free players. Rightio then, Frank Lampard is in a sticky, turbulent, dismal patch of his managerial career, and we are not sure he's going to make it through. As much as a few of us would like him to complete the fairy tale, the jury is most certainly out, and a lot of people can make a good case of why perhaps already he should have been canned. I'd very much like him to turn it around for me, but I'm not convinced as of yet. I'm just sort of holding on and seeing what happens. Anyway, there is a small chance Frank could turn this around, and I'm hoping that he can. And I think to do that, he's going to have to get the best out of three players. One I'm going to start off with today is young Billy Gilmour. I think first and foremost, our midfield is soft, and we're just constantly winning the midfield battle, whether that's tactically, technically, or whether it's aggression. And I think Billy Gilmour brings so many of these factors to the midfield. He moves the ball very quickly, always looking forward immediately to release the ball quickly, kind of like Bruno Fernandes in that way. But he's a defensively resolute player, and yes, he needs to acclimatise to the league quickly, and I think that's probably why Lampard's bottled it a little bit in terms of putting him into the more higher profile games. But now, I think you've just got to bring him in. I think, look, don't play Kovacic there, it doesn't work. Jorginho, you know what Jorginho's going to bring. He won't move the ball as quickly and as assertively as Billy Gilmour. And Kante is great when he's on song, but he's been injured. He's got a hamstring problem. Bring in Billy Gilmour, and I think Billy Gilmour can assert himself. He's done really nothing wrong. He's just won, the FA Cup, the Champions League, and the Premier League. In all his full debuts in those competitions, he won man of the match. Does that not say enough? Is that too reductionist? Anyway, for me, bring Billy Gilmour in and we'll see a better functioning midfield. Next up, I want to talk about Timo Werner. That's right, I feel like if you get Timo Werner firing, the mood at the top end of the pitch will change entirely. I think play him down the middle, continue running on the shoulder, and feed him appropriately. Do what Hasenhüttl's been talking about, playing to Timo Werner's strengths. Granted, he's been getting in good positions, and probably lately, it's more to do with his confidence in front of goal. But if you get him firing, and not only only will you get a lot more goals in this Chelsea side, but I think it would change the landscape, the mood music of Chelsea at the top of the pitch, and indeed the entirety of the team. I think that's massive for the context, the narrative, and the functionality. Get Timo Werner firing, find a way to play to him, score some goals, and Chelsea can start clawing themselves right up the table. Why not? Why not? You know, we're 10 points off top or 11 points off top, only a few points off top form. If we find form, find a way to feed Timo Werner, we can go up the table, simple as that. And finally, I want to talk about Hakim Ziyech. Not to say he hasn't been firing, but if you remember in pre-season and early doors at Chelsea, his relationship with Timo Werner was incredible. Playing those balls to the far post, coming inside on his left foot, Pulisic, or Hudson-Odoi, or Timo Werner getting onto those balls. A really difficult method of attacking to defend. Start doing that, and also he can score goals himself. He is a very confident sort of player with a lot of self-belief, Hakim Ziyech. He needs to rekindle that, score a few goals himself, and he's a difference maker. Remember how just a few weeks ago we were talking about he's our most important player, our most influential attacking creative player. That still stands. He's probably suffered a little bit with the collective dip in form of the team, dip in confidence, which shocks me for a player like him, but I think he'd find it relatively easy to believe in himself again and, do the business. He's an amazing creative player. If you get the best out of Billy Gilmour, bringing him into the team, find a way to get Werner firing and feeding him with Hakim Ziyech, I think the players around them would just sort of fill in and do their stuff. For me, they're the three most important players, but I want to hear what you think, so get down in the comment section below and let me know your players that are the most important to getting this side firing. Anyway, if you've enjoyed the content, please do drop a like, consider subscribing if you are new to the experience, enjoy the football, and I will see you later.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought. Body bag the verse, outlined in chalk. In my life seen trouble, hustle on the double. Silence on the trigger like my pick got a muzzle. Yo chick like to guzzle, bad boy stay in trouble. I only love this paper, sorry I don't. I laugh me baby.